Hello and welcome back. I'm going to finally have a look at this Rolling Stone, thing. Been meaning to do this for a while. I was shocked at the time. Yeah, it's shocking. So, I'm obviously talking about the popular music publication, not the band. I'm really late to this, but they've made some proper blinding decisions, one way or another. I mean, like, it was hard because even in the best singers of all time, they didn't include, like, Celine Dion. Top 500 songs, they had, like, Gasolina, ranked 50th, which is above like yesterday, the Beatles. I'm all for a bit of a bop, like, but yeah, and it's really, I will say, like, it's not easy to make a list like this because it's hard to compare something that's so subjective, but some decisions are just bad. Andy Summers in at 250, the Andy Summers of the Police, like, what? the guy, like, I'm probably going to get copyright striked so hard in this video, but I don't care. Paul Simon in at 246. Yeah. Keith Urban in at 241. That's good. That's a cool pick. I'm not going to go crazy on the rankings because it's just all over the place, but like maybe I just go for, if I see them, Jennifer Batten in at 237 now. It's lovely to see Jennifer Batten on this list because she is like unbelievable. Like, outside of like the Michael Jackson stuff, she is like amazing. She's coined as being one of the best guitarists ever, really. Her playing is unbelievable. Check her out. If you can go and see her, go and see her. That's a good shout. I mean, her is a great guitarist. I think she's the first female guitarist to have her own Fender signature model, which is amazing. I think she's got two now, but she's wicked. Like, she's a real talented musician, and to see her on the list is class because she is very good. David Williams, class. If you ever want to hear accuracy like at the highest level, I'm talking about like, just like watch those 80s. Well, I'm talking like 88, the bad Michael Jackson tour, and anything prior really. That was all live. I'm not sure about like after that they started like using certain tracks and stuff, I think. But the live stuff was unbelievable, and his playing is just insane. Gary Clark Jr. in a 209. He's a great guitarist, like and his voice as well. Like, it's just a really great match. Like Gary for a while. Yeah, he's really good guitarist. Eric Johnson in a 205. Wow. I mean, if you're looking objectively, like, you know, he would be top 10 by Eric Johnson for like groups of five. Amazing player, Eric Johnson, unbelievable. And like his chordal stuff is, his understanding of harmonies is insane. Kingfish, amazing player. Again, Nuno Betancourt. So I don't know a lot about Nuno. I went to a guitar shop in Pontypridd, local to me, and he said he wasn't that familiar. But have you heard something Get the Funk Out, it's called? And it was insane solo. Like I know he's an animal, but I've never delved. So it seems like it's good that he's getting his flowers, but like to be this low might be a bit shocking to people. James Taylor, amazing. I'm so happy he's on you. Like, if you've ever really delved into like James Taylor's playing style, you know it's not easy, and he's singing and playing it as well. James Taylor's a fantastic songwriter. I mean, like, this would be a perfect placement as a guitarist for him. Like, I mean, he's at 196, but he's unbelievable. Steve Lukather in 186. That's
wild.
Wow. Strange. Like, he played on like some of my favorite records, like Randy Crawford, loads of Randy Crawford records. He's played on obviously Michael Jackson stuff. Like, he's played on like so much stuff. The Total stuff as well is amazing. Like, I feel like this is extremely low for him. Mike Campbell in 180. So I love Tom Petty. So like Mike Campbell's playing is just like in my head. Yeah, he's a beast. Like, it's so weird when you hear him on the record. It's just like unbelievable. And you hear him live, and it's just like he's kind of like a swampy kind of like player, but he's just so good. Like, talk about a song guitarist. So happy to see him on the list, but it could be higher for me. Rory Gallagher in at 175. So I've never listened to Rory Gallagher, but like I know people consider him to be one of the best. So I don't know what happened to him. Why he's 175? Did he do something bad or something? Paul McCartney in at 173, and the photo's him with a bass on. But no, Paul McCartney's a great guitarist as well. I mean, he deserves to be on this list, so that's fine. All of the Beatles, unbelievable musicians. So Tim Henson in at 161. It's just like a whole new innovation of playing, and it's just so different and so kind of like a step ahead. I'd probably say, yeah, he deserves a spot on the list. It's weird though. It's hard for me to look past like the seeing Steve Lukather and stuff at like 183 and things like that, and like seeing somebody as new as kind of Tim. But like I do get him being on the list because it's just it's the way that potentially guitars move forward. It's innovation, so it's kind of like it's kind of yeah. I don't know what to say without knowing people. John Lennon at 159. See, I think that's a good placement. He's like again like Pat Metheny in at 157. That's low. Yvette Young. So I've heard a lot about Yvette Young, right? But I need to delve. Like I'm the worst guitarist. I know nobody and know nothing. But I've heard she's amazing, and I really need to listen to her because I feel like I'm missing the boat on something. Ike Turner. Eat the Cake Enemy. Sorry, it's a little reference from Tina Turner's film. I don't know how I feel about that. I really like Tina Turner, so I don't. Stephen Stills at 140 is fine. Joe Perry in at 136. That's low. I'd consider. I've seen him live a couple of times. Like he is what he is. I think that stands for something. And like songs for days. Robert Cray at 133. Robert Cray's like one of the most underrated blues players there is. Like he's unbelievable. Yeah, monster. Dimebag Darrell at 131. Joe Walsh at 130. Yeah, strange. He's like an eagle. Steve Vai at 127. Like I'm not a massive fan of like Guitar Hero style things, but Steve Vai at this low, like he is like you think of guitarists, guitarists, and you think of people like Steve Vai, Satriani, and things like that. So 127 for him. Kim Thayil landed. He's on the list. I love Soundgarden, so I am all for all that. Do I know anything? Something like that. Happy with that placement. Maybe not the placement, but I'm happy with these on there. Lindsey Buckingham at 110. Right, now, Lindsey Buckingham, anything below 30 is just a travesty. Just because, and I feel strongly about this, because like nobody can play like him. And if you can, you're in a rare circle, because you've got to be able to Travis pick, which is when you independently use every single finger. And if you've ever tried to learn anything properly, like Fleetwood Mac, it's so hard. It's just not easy. So, yeah, highly, highly underrated. And as a songwriter as well, I mean, like, I don't care. Said enough. Slash at 105. I mean, like, I was a massive Slash fan growing up, like, and I know he learned kind of like Aerosmithy stuff, and like he just took it to a whole new level. Obviously, Guns N' Roses just went on to be huge, and like the music they wrote between 87 and 92 was just insane. Like, and then the thing with Slash is he hasn't kind of gone down either. He's kind of like always kept up his playing, and like his records and stuff, his songwriting is still amazing. Like I haven't listened to his last solo record, but like the ones before that are amazing. And I just know that like if I did listen to it, it would just be it would be slamming. But what I would say, there's like an aura about Slash as well. Like he's kind of known as being a guitar hero. Like he like you look at him and you think that's quintessential guitar hero. So for him to be 105 just is strange to me. Yeah, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. Just in terms of like, guitar hero. Because I know Rolling Stone like to do the whole guitar hero thing. Tosin Abasi at 99. Yeah, that's like another one. I think it's in the Tim Henson vein, isn't it? Like it's like definitely worth a placement, but like above people like Slash and things like that, it's just weird. Maybe like objectively, potentially, like, but we're talking, I assume the way that Rolling Stone made this is kind of a mixture of playing ability, influence, and just various like catalogue. So it's hard to say. Joe Satriani 94. I mean, seems quite low. Again, not really my thing. I know some stuff, some Satriani stuff. Kurt Cobain at 88. Yeah, like that's cool. Larry Carlton at 85. That seems extremely low. Derek Trucks at 80. I mean, now it's getting strange. Great he's on here, but still. John Mayer 61. Not annoyed at that. That's all right to me. Right, now we're into the top 50, I believe. The Edge 47. I'm not a U2 fan, but like, for him to be, this seems low for him. Like I don't know. Frank Zappa. I mean, I've seen Dweezil play live, playing Frank's stuff, and it's amazing. It's crazy. But that seems extremely low for someone like Frank. He was known for being an unbelievable musician. So, Vernon Reid from Living Colour. That's a good shout. And yeah, really good guitarist. I'm glad he's got a placement and this high, to be honest, because that's actually a great shout. He's an underrated guitarist for sure. Like he's great. Clapton at 35. Like, I'm not a big Clapton fan, but like that seems wild to me. Again, he's known as being one of the big guys. Brian May at 33. Like, we're talking about a bloke that made his own guitar to like to play. George Harrison 31, Neil Young at 30, Dave Gilmour 28, Buddy Guy 27, John Frusciante 25. I mean, yeah. I mean, it could just be whatever now. James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett 23. They should be in here, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Stevie Ray Vaughan 20. Like, it seems quite low for how much influence he's had. Robert Johnson 16, Keith Richards 15, Prince 14. Now, I am buzzing that he's got a placement this high, because he is an unbelievable guitarist. So like, this placement is class for me. He should definitely be in the top 50. And that, I'm talking influence, I'm talking song catalogue, just playing ability. Yeah, he should definitely be on this list. So that's great. Tony Iommi, great, landed. Sabbath, massive Sabbath fan. Got no problems there with that. Santana at 11. Sorry, Santana, some people don't like his tone, but I like it. I mean, it's kind of like that woody thing, but yeah, deserves it. Joni Mitchell at number 9. I mean, a lot of people were a little bit thinking about this, but I love Joni Mitchell, so I can't say a bad word about it. I think she kind of made up open tunings herself, didn't she? She just didn't know what they were until after the fact. So like, that in itself is pretty amazing. I mean, again, it depends on what this list is based off of, but like, I love Joni. Jeff Beck at number 5. I mean, he'd be number 1 for me, but yeah, Jeff Beck absolutely needs to be up here. Eddie Van Halen, amazing. Jimmy Page 3, Chuck Berry 2, Jimi Hendrix 1. Like, it's just a bit all over the shop, and it's hard to make a list like that. It must be impossible, but I just think they could have done a better job, because they missed a lot of players. I'm just going to read this list I wrote down. So they've missed out John Scofield, Joe Bonamassa, Paul Gilbert, Yngwie Malmsteen, Joe Pass, Eric Gales, Tom Emanuel, Robert Ford, Matthias Sato, Alan Holdsworth, Guthrie Govan, John Petrucci, Gary Moore, George Benson, Johnny Hyland, Jeff Healey, Corey Wong. Like, I mean, like, these are all players that, like, I some of them I didn't even have any affiliation, but like Yngwie, I have no, I don't really care for that kind of music always playing, right? And I know it's amazing, but how can Yngwie Malmsteen, like the wall of martial death, not be in the top 200? Like, how silly is that? Like, it's not my bag, but like, how stupid is that? Jeff Healey, the bloke who played blind with his guitar like this, like, he used to solo like this, like with it on his lap. If I can replicate his solo from Why My Guitar Gently Weeps, something like this. something like that. But like, how are you blind and playing like this? And you play something like that and don't end up on the list, I guess. Yeah, he was unbelievable. Just listen to Jeff Healey. Like, I've actually written in caps, like, what? Like, Eric Gales. Like, the guy who plays like this. Like, he plays normal guitars, just the other way around. So his strings are upside down. And he's, like, an unbelievable player. Like, musical. Like, so unassuming. Paul Gilbert. Like, I just got 3. John Petrucci, like, again, not my bag. But, like, how can he not? Robin Ford. Robin Ford. Mr. Phrasing, like. George Benson. Gary Moore. Like, yeah, I don't like it. But yeah, anyway, have I missed any? Were you shocked with any of these? I come back to it because I just can't get over it. I have to make a video about it. And yeah, strange. Anyway, take care. All the best. It's been a long one.